Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another game for the Sewer Sneaks and the Buzzwings in the Elite Discord tournament. Quick disclosure as we get into this one, I just want to let you know I am recording an audio overlay as I accidentally recorded this entire episode without my mic on. So, what a mistake here. Just like the nasty one following in his footsteps. But this is the last team that is going to be decided who will be advancing into the semifinals between the Sewer Sneaks and the Buzzwings. The Buzzwings have been able to force a Game 5, which will have both of their main starters here, both Ward and Wang going up against Mila Levy, and this will be an exciting matchup. I guarantee it. I'm very excited that I was able to figure out a way to record over the audio here. I hope it ends up working out. I'll definitely be doing some testing to see how it all plays out. So as we go over the lineup here, you'll see a lot of familiar faces. Cook in the leadoff spot in center, Holloway playing the DH role here in the 2 spot, followed by Trevor Wiggins at second. Linfield Harden still tense at first base in the 4 spot. Wyatt Chang has been having a pretty solid offensive output to go with a couple of thrown out runners, which surprised me from him as a not so great arm at behind the plate, but he's locked in today in the 5 spot. Timothy Dubbs playing left field will keep starting here in the 6 spot. We'll see him here, and then we get to Elijah Kelly, who has only been able to play intermittently through this tournament. Gets the start in right field in the 7 spot, followed by Andres Rilo. Rilo finally getting a start at shortstop over the struggling Reeve Watts, who will be taking the day off there as he is tense, along with Barnstormer, who gets replaced by Kelly. And rounding out the order would be Rylan Reed at third base in the 9 spot. She is also tense after having a tough game in Game 4. The pitcher for the Sewer Sneaks will be Warden Wang. Warden Wang is tense because he got hit in the Wang in Game 1, and he went to rattled, and he slowly has recovered his mojo. Fortunately for him and the Sneaks, he did not get injured, so he's going to be able to have a chance to recover in this one. The elite curveball coupled with that maxed out workhorse, he will be a threat as he was in the first game. We'll then head over to check out what the Buzzwings lineup looks like in just a second here. It's definitely going to be interesting watching this back as I'm recording through and finding that I could be more efficient with my intros. So definitely let me know if you have any thoughts, feedback. Let me know how you've been enjoying this series so far. I have been having such a blast making it. And I thank you all for following along with this tournament as we are only into the beginning of this. We are about to see who will advance between these two teams and bring us to the semifinals. So after we get through the Sewer Sneaks lineup here, we'll shift over to our team for the Buzzwings in any second now. There we go. Great job, Scootsy. So with the suggested lineup, we will see that Zeke Green is coming in. He gets a start. He only started in Game 1 against Warden Wang, and he comes back in for this one, so we'll see how he does. He does have that whiffer trait, but it's minimum debuff, so it won't play too much of a role. Next, you'll see on fire Liam Undermeyer. Our captain has just been killing it in this tournament, and he's going to try and keep things going here. In center field today. His attributes look through the roof right now, which is amazing to see. We'll see if he can get the best of Warden Wang in this matchup. In the 3 spot, 4 spot, these are very interesting choices by the AI as they start with Tessa North here, going to be playing third base as she normally does, but in the 3 spot when she's normally at the bottom of the order. Very interesting decision here. We'll see if she can get things figured out offensively to help this lineup get a little bit longer, as we have seen that it's really top heavy in previous games, and they have been struggling to score runs. In the 4 spot, my biggest complaint about this lineup is Kayla Carter in the 4 spot at first base. She's currently tense, so it's not like she's even riding a hot streak or anything. She's struggling a lot. I believe she hasn't even gotten a hit in this series yet. And then Jillian Fisher gets bumped all the way down to 5. She is locked in still, but she has been cooling off as of late. Landon Stone has been heating up. He's in the DH spot playing in the 6th spot in this lineup. Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. Godfried Shavewell locked in after an incredible performance in Game 4. He's going to be catching today. We're excited to see if he can stay locked in and contribute with the bat as much as he contributed with his arm in Game 4. In the 8th spot is Kamari Butler playing left field. He's been kind of in and out of the lineup in this series. He has yet to get a hit so far. So we'll see what he does in this game. And then rounding out the lineup, Tandy Saunders in the 9th spot. The shortstop finally getting a start over the struggling Keegan Howell, who has just had an abysmal tournament. He's rattled, so he's going to get a break on the bench. Starting for the Buzzwings is our ace, Mila Levy. She has that maxed out rally stopper. She has an elite slider, and she has really great junk and accuracy to pair with that. Really excited to see what she does today, and hopefully she has a really great performance, and that the Buzzwings are able to come away with a victory and move forward into the next round of this tournament. So we'll head into this game here in just a moment. And as we do, this is the Buzzwings coming back home to Big Sky Ballpark. So they were able to force Game 5. This is a winner-take-all matchup between these two. And it's going to be intense. I promise you that. I already witnessed this game. I already commentated it once. I'm going to try and keep this as surprising as possible throughout. I'm going to play dumb for all of it. The Sewer Sneaks are going to get things started with the bats, and the leadoff man, Jamie Cook, who's been doing really well in this series. He's going to get to kick things off, the captain for the Sneaks, and he takes the first pitch right back up the middle. Undermeyer gets it in quickly, but that's a base hit to start this game, and Mila Levy has to be feeling a bit frustrated that her first pitch was already sent right back at her. Genevieve Holloway was a very threatening bat in this lineup throughout this series, and it's hard to say if she's going to be able to keep that momentum going. She definitely had a chip on her shoulder after being the last pick in the draft overall. Miss Irrelevant has tried to make sure she is anything but irrelevant in this tournament. So she's got power versus righties activated here against Levy, and that one grounds slowly to Fisher. The only option she has is to go to first, tosses to Carter for out number 1, but the runner does get a chance to advance. And so now we have a runner in scoring position with 1 out for Trevor Wiggins, the number 3 hitter, who is batting 111 in this one. Not really known for his bat as much as he is for his defense. It's interesting to see that they put him in the 3 spot here throughout the series. And he gets, as I say that, he gets a base hit right up the middle. And now we see runners on the corners. And Mila Levy is in a spot she doesn't like to be in, but is very comfortable in. As she gets her rally stopper maxed out, you'll see that trait really boosting her attributes. And we'll see what she's able to do here with 1 out and runners on first and third. A bit of a threat here. Good arm behind the plate and Shavewell. And so the runner is likely not going to be running here, as they don't want to run into an out. And the pop-up gets induced by Levy. Fisher calls everyone off, sits there right behind the pitcher's mound and catches that one for out number 2. So again, runners on the corners. Here comes Wyatt Chang, who's been having a bit of a resurgence in the second half of this series. We'll see if he can capitalize on this golden opportunity for the Sewer Sneaks. And that ball grounds slowly to Saunders. Saunders tosses to Carter for out number 3. So like we said, she doesn't like to be in that situation, but she is very comfortable in that situation, and she's able to get out of that one, and no damage dealt here. 2 hits on no runs allowed, and here comes the Buzzwing offense, who has been very quiet outside of a couple of players And Zeke Green getting the start, maybe a little rusty as he grounds slowly to Wiggins at second base for out number 1. And here comes Liam Undermeyer, the captain of the team, and who has been a catalyst for offense on this Buzzwings lineup. We'll see what he does today. And he pulls that one into left field for an easy single. Dubs gets it in, and that's 1 on for Tessa North. She's batting 222 in this series. No home runs, no RBIs. So, like I said, she has been struggling. She has been getting on base, forcing a couple of walks. So she has been able to contribute somewhat, but definitely not 3-hole worthy, in my opinion. But she does get the base hit there, almost doing the identically same thing that Undermeyer does there. So now 2 on for Kayla Carter, who has yet to get a hit in the series. It's a great time for her to turn it around. She does have off-speed hitter activated, and Wang does have 3 off-speed pitches. Little hack activates, stays activated in an 0-2 count, and fouls that one off. Working the count a little bit. That's a good sign. She pops that one up. Chang is able to range over, has enough room, and catches out for out number 2. So Jillian Fisher, our probably our second hottest batter in the lineup, comes in locked in the 5 spot in the order, and she has a golden opportunity in front of her with great speed at second base. And it would be a nice for us to cash in a run early against an elite level pitcher like Warden Wang, especially when we can take advantage of his tense mojo. And after fighting off a couple of pitches with a 1-2 count here for Fisher, fighting off another one, fighting off another pitch. Now he's a workhorse, so even though we're working the pitch count here, it's going to take a lot of work. And unfortunately, Fisher is pissed as she swings through strike 3. Failing to capitalize are the Buzzwings as they leave 2 runners left on, 1 being in scoring position. Really frustrating to see it not pan out that way for them. And that first pitch goes right to Kamari Butler in left field on a line. Hit hard, but fortunately no damage dealt there. And here comes Elijah Kelly, who has had minimal opportunities for the Sewer Sneaks, and he lines that one straight to Tessa North at third base. So quickly 2 outs for Andres Rilo, who has not gotten a hit in this tournament either. Off-speed hitter is activated, but it's a minimal buff, and he fouls that one way ahead of it. Down 2-0 already with 2 outs, and grounds that one over to Kayla Carter, who walks over to the bag, tagging for out number 3. So quick inning for Mila Levy. She says to feel a lot better now that she was able to get out of that one pretty easily. In comes Landon Stone, who has been coming on as of late. He's batting .333, which, if you recall, the beginning of this series, he was not doing well. So it's nice to see him kind of figure things out and right the ship a little bit. 1-2 count for him. Now 2-2. They have been doing a good job of working the count against Warden Wang already in these first 2 innings, as he's already at 25 pitches here at the beginning of the second. Full count, and Landon Stone gets that one just past the diving Wiggins into right field for a base hit. And so we got some more action happening here for the Buzzwings, and they're going to try and see what they can do. If they can capitalize. Again, the pressure on both of these teams is immense, as this is a huge opportunity for both of them to succeed in the first ever Elite Discord tournament. And unfortunately, Shavewell grounds right to the shortstop. The good news is Landon Stone's quick enough that he was able to eliminate the opportunity for a double play. And so he gets to second base. And then we see the pop-up from Butler. And that ends up being an easy catch for Wyatt Chang right in front of the plate for out number 2. And here comes Tandy Saunders with a runner in scoring position for the second consecutive inning. And he, again, not known for his bat, more so for his defense. He comes in and he's going to try and figure out what he can do. 1-2 count here. 2-2 now, and he swings through strike three. Unfortunately, he misses that one. And the Buzzwings leave another runner in scoring position. That's now 3 runners left on base and 2 of them in scoring position. Levy, who had a really rough first inning, has settled in so far. She gets the ground out to Fisher. Noodle arm does activate, but it's a minimal impact there in that one. And we wrap around to the top of the order. Now Jamie Cook coming up. He did get a base hit on the first pitch of the game up the middle. Nothing happened there, but we'll see if he's able to stay hot on top of Levy. And he takes 3 balls in a row and swings at that one. Saunders gets that one over to first for out number 2. So getting the green light on 3-0 and then grounding out to the shortstop. Not what you want to see as a result from the Sewer Sneaks, but I think they're really trying to find a way to make something happen and break through on Levy, as we've seen so many times in this tournament. Pitchers can be having a great game, suddenly fall apart because of one mistake, and I think that's what Jamie Cook was thinking there. Holloway, after working a few pitches, ends up lining out to North for out number 3, and another clean inning for Levy. And she's able to get out of the third unscathed after another 1-2-3 inning. She is kind of riding a hot streak as she's now locked in. And we come back around to the top of our order, starting with Zeke Green, who grounded out in his first at-bat to second base. He's now down 0-2, and Whiffer activates. Takes ball 1 there, low in the dirt, and then swings at that pitch way outside for ball, would have been ball 2, but swings at that for strike 3 and out number 1. So here comes the on fire Liam Undermeyer. And first pitch swinging, he puts that one right where he put the last one, and that's going to be another base hit to left field. And again, we might have something cooking here as we have a runner on with 1 out, and here comes Tessa North. The third baseman, again, has been doing a little bit better, batting .300 now. She got a base hit in her last at-bat. 2-0 count she's worked here so far. Amazing speed there at first base. We'll see if Undermeyer decides he wants to try and take off or not. And he does, and he gets picked off. What a mistake from Undermeyer. Again, these captains are really trying to be the catalyst for their teams, and they're making mistakes. Cook with that 3-0 swing. And now, as we see the walk on 4 pitches from Tessa North, it makes you feel even more frustrated that Undermeyer was trying to take off on that one. And he drops from on fire down to locked in. But we do have a runner on with 2 outs. And here comes Kayla Carter with Little Hack activated with 1 out, or with 1 strike. Now 2 strikes after swinging through that one. And then in popping that one up, is it going to get out of play? Yeah, it's just out of play. Harden almost had a chance at that one, but it drops right in front of him. And she swings through strike 3. She is just having an abysmal outing. So between her and Keegan Howell, the shortstop, it's just been really rough going for these 2 players in this lineup. Add Kamari Butler into that list. Oh, and it looks like Kayla Carter got injured, a meniscus tear, as she swung through that last pitch. And so Chevelle Friendly, the backup catcher, comes in to play first base. And that pitch is going to go all the way into right center field. Zeke Green gets it in quickly, but that is a double, a standing double for the Sewer Sneaks. And so we see Linfield Harden come up. That was Wiggins with the double there, the second baseman for the Sewer Sneaks. And they have something cooking now against Mila Levy, who's still locked in, facing off against a tense Linfield Harden. And you can see the pressure is high. This whole game, the pressure is going to be high. Tough out gets activated here. And that ball grounds straight to Saunders. Saunders backhands, tosses a friendly for out number 1. So that does keep that runner at second base, but again, you're going through a tough part of the order here with now Wyatt Chang coming up. He's still locked in, and we'll see what he's he ends up doing here is he fights off that pitch down 0-2 with 1 out. Runner on second, has good speed. 2-2 count now here on Chang. Mila Levy, is she losing it? No, she drops that one in for strike 2. It was an inside pitch, and he was, I think, already ready to swing before that pitch came out of her hand. And so she manages to get the second out in a row, and the runner stays on second base after a leadoff double. And here comes Timothy Dubbs. So we'll have to take a look and see how bad that injury is for Kayla Carter. She has not been having a good game, but we'll see what she ends up, how long it takes her to recover, and maybe that's the reset button she needs. And Dubbs takes the L on that one as he takes strike 3 looking, and after a leadoff double, Mila Levy settles in once again for the 3 outs in a row, not letting that runner move past second base. So here comes Jillian Fisher. Again, has been cooling off as of late. She did strike out in her last at-bat. She dropped her mojo down to neutral. So she does like having the bases cleared when she's batting. If you have seen her in the previous game, she actually hit both of her solo shots off of Warden Wang in that first game, and she takes strike 3, which I don't know about that one. That looked really low in the zone. Fisher saying the same thing, but unfortunately they call it strike 3. So Fisher goes down, and here comes Landon Stone, the fastball hitter, who takes the first pitch right back up the middle. Wiggins dives but can't get to it, and Cook is able to get it in. But Landon Stone with his second hit of this game, and he is now standing on first. We've seen this happen time and time again in this game. Runners getting on base, but nothing happening afterwards. And here comes locked in Godfried. The catcher now has some pretty formidable stats, really good speed, and solid power and contact. And Landon Stone is going, and that looks like he's dead. Oh, goodness. All right, so Landon Stone is safe on a ball that I thought got there way in time. Shavewell lofted one over to third base for out number 2, and Stone stays at second base, and that was an interesting call from the ump, but I guess the ump giveth and the ump taketh away after a really bad call on that strikeout to Fisher. I think maybe they felt bad and wanted to give one back to us. Kamari Butler, again, struggling. Little Hack activates here on a 1-2 count with 2 outs, and he grounds to Reed, who tosses it over to first for out number 3. So his struggles continue. We have another runner in scoring position left on base. That's now 3 runners in scoring position left on for this game, and 5 total batters or runners left on base for the Buzzwings as we head into the top of the 5th. We're getting into extreme pressure situations now with a 0-0 tied game. And again, this is a winner-take-all, so really we have to get a run scored at some point, and both pitchers have been pitching really well in and out of tough situations. They've been able to hold their own, and Levy here, 2-2 count, now full for Elijah Kelly, and that ball gets hit really hard to center field, and Undermeyer catches that 1 foot off of the warning track for out number 1. Another hard hit ball, but right at someone. So we've gotten some luck here. The only hard hit ball that has not gone right to someone was that double from Wiggins earlier last inning. Down 0-2 already is Andres Rilo, swinging at a couple of bad pitches, and now 1-2 is the count evens, and he puts that up the middle for a base hit. And so we have a runner active for the Sewer Sneaks with their number 9 hitter, Rylan Reed. She had a huge clutch homer earlier in this series, but she has cooled off a lot since then. She's currently tense right now. She does have whiffer, so that's going to hurt her contact even more if she gets to 2 strikes, and she pops this one up right behind the plate. Shavewell easily calls off everyone else, and that's an easy out. And we hop back to the top of the order. 1 for 2 is Jamie Cook. Reached base in his first at-bat, and they're not going to take any chances. Mila Levy comes out for Class Thicket. Class with that max clutch. This is the time to use him. So perfect decision from the GM and the manager. I definitely talked to them afterwards, asking them what are we doing? We have this whole bullpen that we can use, and we're not even considering using them. Why are we letting our pitchers go so long? And they must have taken that into consideration as Class Ticket gets a little bloop over to Saunders for out number 3. So another inning of another runner left on base for this squad. The Sewer Sneaks have to feel like they had this one in their hands and they let it go. But I think the Buzzwings can say the same, as they've had plenty of runners on base. And that ball from Saunders grounds to the first baseman, and Warden Wang gets a boost to his mojo once again. Let's see where he's at now. He's actually locked in. He started this game tense. He's worked his way to locked in mojo at 63 pitches in, and we're at the top of the order. Zeke Green gets whiffer activated on 0-2. He fouls that one off. Fouls another one off. And then pops that one up. Warden Wayne camped under it, calling everyone off. He's just off the mound on the grass, and he catches that for out number 2. So we come to our captain, and again, he has come up clutch time and time again in this series. Be great to see him do the same here. He's still locked in, despite the mistake, and that ball's just over the line and just foul. He just missed at least 2 bases on that one. Tough out gets activated here with 2 strikes, and he grounds that one to Harden, who tosses it over to Wang for out number 3. So the Harden-Wang connection to get out of that inning. And we head to the top of the 6th. We're still scoreless, folks. And I told you this was going to be an exciting game. I bet you didn't think it was going to be an exciting pitcher's duel. But when you see game 5, winner take all, I mean, it becomes so much pressure, and every out counts. And that one is a pop-up from Holloway right behind the plate, an easy catch for Shavewell for out number 1 here in the 6th. Trevor Wiggins comes up. Again, Class Ticket was one of my favorite picks in this draft. That max out clutch, that elite curveball. Saunders takes a little snack at that one as he kind of humps it. I don't know what he was doing there when he caught that one, but he makes the play, and that's out number 2. So can we get out of this clean inning and take advantage of the opportunity? And the ground ball to North tosses over to first. Harden is out, and so are the Sewer Sneaks. So can we come across and win this game, or will we go to extra innings with a 0-0 tie? We're starting with Tessa North here. Tessa has been coming on, but not really the person you'd expect to start a rally here. Warden Wang still out there. He's locked in, and he's ready to go. And North pops up, and it looks like Ryland Reed is able to range just into the coach's batter box there on the right field, on the third base foul line for out number 1. And Chevelle Friendly comes up and gets replaced immediately with Furtive Wood. So Furtive Wood versus Wang. And he has had a good series so far, but he struggled in his last game, and he got the bench for this one. 0-2 count, and he puts that right up the middle. So we do have something cooking here with 1 out, as Furtive Wood gets the mojo boost too. So his speed is something of a threat for this Buzzwings offense, and Warden Wang has to make sure he's watching him over there at first base. Jillian Fisher has been one of our biggest hitters, and she has cooled off a lot. It'd be really nice to see her turn things around right here. Furtive Wood takes off, and Wyatt Chang is not able to get that one down there in time. That one was an easy steal for him, and they check on him immediately, and now we have Wood in scoring position with 1 out. We've seen this happen before, but can we make something different happen as Jillian Fisher swings through another one for another strikeout? 2 outs now for Landon Stone. 2 for 2 with 2 singles. He's now up to 455 average. Just a wild turnaround for him in this series. And can his hot streak continue? Great speed over there at second base. 2 outs now. 2-1 count. Warden Wang's game to win or lose. He puts that one foul down the third base line. The runner goes, and oh my gosh, Stone puts that one right down the first base line, and the runner is going to come in to score. And this game is won by the Buzzwings. Oh my goodness. Landon Stone with a huge base hit right over the first base bag. Harden was not able to get to it in time. And with Furtive Wood going on the pitch, it was an easy run scored there with his great speed. And this is a huge win for the Buzzwings as they come from the jaws of defeat and come out victorious 1-0 in this one against the Sewer Sneaks. The Sneaks tried their best. They went no runs on 4 hits, while the Buzzwings go 1 run on 7 hits. What a huge game for the Buzzwings, and they get to advance into the semifinals to face off against that really threatening Lockhorns offense. For the Sewer Sneaks, only 4 hits, not a lot to talk about. Wiggins with 2 of them, Cook with 1, and Rilo with 1. On the Buzzwings side, we had some great success. We also had some continued struggles. So Zeke Green went 0 for 3 today in the leadoff spot. Really unfortunate for him. Undermeyer 2 for 3, but nothing else to show for it. Both singles there. Tessa North went 1 for 2. She also walked once, so she had a decent game in the 3 spot. Kayla Carter still struggles. She actually tore her meniscus, so we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do defensively at first base. Chevelle Friendly comes in defensively, but doesn't end up getting a chance to bat. Furtive Wood comes there in the last inning. 1 hit in his 1 at bat, ends up stealing a base and then scoring on Landon Stone's base hit down the right field line. Fisher 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Really sad to see that. Shavewell, Butler, and Saunders all 0 for 2, but Landon Stone, the big name here, 3 for 3, all singles, but that comes with the game-winning hit there, and he's now up to a 500 average. So that batter, one we saw struggle at the beginning of the series, absolutely turned things around. An amazing story for the Buzzwings, as they love to see that they were able to clutch this one out. Really great pitching from both sides. We'll see here in just a second, but the Buzzwings were just slightly better. Now, I'm still concerned. We're heading into the series against the Lockhorns, who are known for their offense, and I thought the Buzzwings were too, but their offense has been super quiet outside of a handful of players. Warden Wayne gets a loss. He did go the whole game, 5 2/3 innings, allowing 7 hits and 1 walk. 1 earned run right there at the end, the walk-off by Landon Stone. He also struck out 6. Tough loss for him. Mila Levy had a great game, 4 2/3, only allowing 4 hits and striking out 2. She got pulled at the right time for Class Thicket, who came in and just slammed the door shut. Gets the win, 1 1/3 of an inning, allowing nothing whatsoever, no strikeouts either. He's now 2-0 with a save as well and has yet to allow an earned run. So really great game from the pitching of the Buzzwings, but kudos to Wang on a great game as he started that game tense. He is definitely a workhorse, and he gets the number 1 star for this one, and with his performance followed by Mila Levy and then the game winner by Landon Stone to take this one home for the Sewer Sneaks. So amazing. Or I'm sorry, to take this one home for the Buzzwings, and what an amazing turnout. I told you this was going to be an exciting game. I'm so glad we got a chance to see what happened here. And with that being said, we now have a full round decided, as the Thumpers will be facing off against the Prowl, while the Lockhorns face off against the Buzzwings. Quick note, you see the seeding, that was all randomized, so no team is decided to be better than another. It was all just randomized, and everyone agreed upon this. So it's going to be interesting to see what those Buzzwings can do after coming in no rest against the Lockhorns, who had an extra game off. The Thumpers got an extra day of rest over the Prowl, but this is going to be a really competitive series, and I hope you have had so much fun watching this. Quick note, before we get into that semifinals round, I will be doing a one-off video where we will just kind of go over the statistics of every team and all the players, some of the best performances from this tournament so far. Let me know who you think is the number 1 overall in the league leaders. Happy to hear your feedback on anything in this series so far, but thank you all so much for watching. We will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.